Yeah, I was in town today. I took the time to run in and get some basic supplies, stuff I was getting low on. And when I was there, I figured, okay, this would be a good time to pick up some reloading supplies because I kind of got the feeling this is going to become a problem. And the last time it was really a problem, we had a great shortage of primers. If you could find primers, you were limited to how many you could buy, and often they were kind of off-brand, and I really like to just use the CCI ones. So I got a couple thousand of each of the ones that I use. I've got quite a few on hand already, but like I say, I'm not going to go through that again, that primer deal. I also picked up a few bullets, just odds and ends, like those Hornery ones I use in the 308. Just a target, but I want to make sure we don't get into that situation again where that stuff is hard to find. So I also picked up a few pounds of powder too, of the ones that I use all the time. And one of them I don't use a lot, but I want to play with. But there again, I've got a lot of powder on hand. But I just, I want to be, I don't want to get into a bind because I can kind of see a problem coming. Like this store now, I can buy the stuff, just pay cash for it. There's no record of the transaction because I think, there's talk of they'd like to have where you actually need a background check to buy ammunition. Well, if they do that, it's going to cover reloading supplies too. And even now, there's places where you have to show ID to buy, well, even 22 shells. So I could see problems coming, and I just want to avoid them. It kind of aggravates me, this whole thing YouTube has with their ban on reloading videos, if that's what the manufacturer of ammunition means. I don't know. That's not clear, but they don't really want to ever be clear. They want to be pretty vague on this stuff. Gives them a little wiggle room. But, I was thinking about today, I don't think that I don't know of any of these shootings that have been done with reloaded ammunition. That's a whole different thing. The people who are reloading are the hunters and the precision shooters. It isn't people going to go out and shoot up a movie theater or something. It's a whole different thing. Reloaders are a different breed of people. They aren't the nuts that do stuff like that. But, YouTube doesn't know the difference. Though. Well, anyway, like I say, I think there's going to be a problem with reloading supplies, so I just wanted to get in on ahead of this. But like I say, I don't recall. I mean, maybe there's been shootings in the past where this has happened with reloaded ammunition, but I just don't recall ever hearing it, and I have grave doubts about it. I would think if there was one that involved reloaded or hand-loaded ammunition, I would think it would more likely be a very professional, precision, targeted hit, not a random shooting. And even then, it would probably be a government-sanctioned thing, So I just don't see it. But for people who aren't gun people, who don't understand that, to them ammunition is ammunition, so they're going to throw reloading in there. But I know they talked about having to have a background check to buy ammunition, going to have records on all this stuff. This is what they'd like to see. They want to. And like I say before, we found out that you could put a real crimp in all of the shooting just by making primers hard to find. So I think that was money well spent. Going to save me a lot of aggravation later down the road. You know, because other stuff you can kind of work around, and powder, there's a lot of different powders. If you get short of one, you can substitute something else in there. But uh, primer is a primer. You pretty much got to have them. And like I say, I don't want to end up having to use them odd ones again. You know, I find CCI to be reliable. And like these, it's like $30 a thousand. You know, you can probably buy them cheaper online, but then you have to pay that hazardous shipping fee, which adds up. So this was the best way to do it. They had them in stock, though. Like the small pistol primers, he had sold out of them, but he went and checked in the back and he had more. You know, the shipment that came in. So I think it could get tight. You know, particularly on primers. Though you never know, with powder could be that way too. I mean, I noticed today, there are 22 shells available. I've got quite a few of them already, and I don't use 22 all that much, just for screwing around. But the ones that are available, I didn't see any of the CCI of the mini mags. You know, I saw all kinds of other shorts, endless amounts of shorts, and a lot of 22 Magnum. Though I don't know why. I don't even know anybody else but me who's got a 22 Magnum. So I don't know that they sell a lot of them, but evidently they're pushing them. And there was a lot of Ely 22s, but of regular CCI 22s that, they had some standard velocity. But I've got some of them. I thought if they had the mini mags, I'd stock up on them because I find them to be a good, reliable in all my guns. So I would like to have them on hand. But like I said, I don't use a 22 a lot. But because I can reload a bigger caliber at the same price as what it cost me to shoot 22. So really, I would sooner reload them. But if they're going to make that the great evil, it's going to be Verboten on YouTube. I still got to reload. I'm not saying rush out and make a big run on these things, but I would say it might be an idea to kind of start slowly putting this stuff away because it could get tight.